How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have an older bird here from Corgi, of course. We are checking out ourselves a Focke-Wulf 190A-4 from Jagged Geschwader 1, as flown by Gruppenkommandeur Hauptmann Fritz Losigkeit. Fritz would become a Luftwaffe ace during the Second World War, of course, but would first see aerial combat during the Spanish Civil War. Now, surviving World War II and ending the war as a Knight's Cross recipient with 68 aerial victories in around 750 combat missions. After the war, Fritz would be part of the US-funded reorganisation, which was an intelligence agency established by the occupying US forces, pretty much to spy on Soviet movements and communist organisations and espionage against the Eastern Bloc. Now, Fritz would pass away in 1994, aged 80 years old. We will open up this and have a little look at Fritz's aircraft. Oh, the certificate is already in here, so that is the certificate you're going to be getting. It is a little bit bigger than the usual ones. A limited run of 3,700. So if certificates are your things, you will enjoy that. So there is that beautiful model right in there, and of course some details in there about the aircraft, and of course Fritz. That does look pretty cool, but it is no good in the box. I think we can just quickly get these ones out. Corgi ones are a lot easier just to whip out of the box. And there we have it. Now we should be able to just, yep, thank God. A little bit of noise, so you do get your older sort of style, the clear plastic base with that's all plastic as well. I'm not a huge fan of these bases either, because when you go to put the plane on, it does sometimes come off easy, but that looked to be pretty stable, so that's good. Now you do have your landing gear options in here, and this beautiful model. This does look fantastic, actually. I like the colouring. That is really nice. All right, we'll move that out of the way, and we'll jump straight into checking out this beautiful model here from Corgi. Wow. That has got some really nice detail. Let us zoom in so we can actually see that nice detail. Check out the cowl. That looks great. Now the propeller, oh yeah, does spin beautifully because it's a little bit of an older one. The panel lines, well, this close they do look quite deep, especially with the shadowing there, but the camouflage does look fantastic. There's a little Fritz sitting in the cockpit. There are some flags along there. I think maybe those flags are maybe where he's been or flown, or I don't know. If you know the reasoning behind the flags on the side of the fuselage under the canopy there, feel free to drop that in the comments too. It does have quite a large swastika on the tail there, although it does seem to have the A3 tail instead of the A4 tail with the new antenna on top. The model itself looks fantastic. The details are great. This is really well done by Corgi. Very historically accurate, as would have been seen during World War II. That does look nice. The radial engine details are pretty cool as well. So obviously this is set up for in-flight, which is always nice and easy for you in-flight guys with Corgi. Has some nice details underneath there. Big Corgi stamp there and a FW190, just in case you didn't know what you're holding in your hands. Now, I reckon this does look pretty cool, but we will whack it on the stand, won't we? So let's stick it in the stand hole like so. And that is a job done for you in-flight guys. We'll put it on the deck and see how it sits. Sits beautifully. Yep, love it. Does look fantastic. So that is a you in-flight guys done and dusted. Very easy. What we'll do though is we'll quickly chuck some landing gear on this, of course. Chuck it on the scales and see how much she weighs. All right, we'll be back in just a second. All right, here we have it set up for in-flight. Very straightforward. You just take the one piece out and then you put a little piece in here and then you put your landing gear in their positions on either side. They do fit in there reasonably nicely. There is a nice bit of detail in there too of the wheel well, which does look fantastic. I did notice a little bit of a blemish sort of on mine there. I don't know if that's a mold blemish or it's just a casting issue with mine, but that is, you know, no big deal. I'm not going to cry about that. And you put a tail wheel, like the extended one, in, and that is all you need to do. And that is set up for in-flight, of course. And what we'll do is we will chuck the butcher bird on the scales and see how much it does weigh for you guys that want to know. And it does weigh, drum roll, yeah, I was going to say 99, 100 grams. So it just tips into the triple digits. 99, so it's maybe 99 and a half. But that is, yeah, she's a little bird. She's not huge, but that is, yeah, 99 grams or 100 grams worth of die cast from Corgi. But I reckon it does look fantastic. I am pretty happy with this. It is an awesome looking build. Now, the landing gear is quite stable, which is nice. We'll zoom in a fraction for you. Sometimes they can be a little bit fragile, but I think it sits nicely. This is a really nice model. I'm really glad I grabbed it. I like the colour scheme. The cowl paint on the nose there looks fantastic, and all the additional markings. Top job by Corgi, of course. All right, I will wind up the video. Don't forget the usual deal. Photos at the end. Check them out if you like to see some close-up photos without my sausage fingers all over it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do that. And, of course, throw some of these my way if you enjoyed what hit your face today. All right, once again, thank you so much for spending your time in checking out another one of my videos. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful Focke-Wulf 190 from Corgi today. All right, thank you so much for watching, and you all have an awesome rest of your day. Cheers.